morning, everyone. A new seismic shock in international relations. President Donald Trump has lashed out at an old European ally, Spain, with an unprecedented ultimatum. The United States is going to cut off all trade with the nation. The statement, made casually yet forcefully, has sent shockwaves through Brussels and Madrid. Is this a serious policy shift or another high-stakes negotiation tactic? Tonight on GFNEWS, we dissect the explosive statement, the reasons behind it, and why this threat might be legally impossible to execute. Stay with us for a full breakdown of Trump's proposed total trade embargo on Spain. What triggered this extraordinary outburst? Analysis reveals three key areas of friction. First, NATO spending. Trump has repeatedly criticized Spain for failing to meet the 2% GDP defense spending target, calling them terrible allies. Spain currently spends around 1.3%. Second, geopolitical divergence. Spain's progressive government under Pedro Sanchez has been a vocal critic of Israel's actions in Gaza, directly contrasting the strong pro-Israel stance of the Trump administration. And the final straw, reports suggest Spain recently denied or restricted the use of shared military bases like Rota and Morón for certain U.S. operations. Trump's lash out is a culmination of this growing resentment. But can a U.S. president actually cut off all trade with Spain? The short answer is probably not. Spain is a member of the European Union. Under EU law, trade policy is an exclusive competence of the Union, not individual member states. All 27 EU countries negotiate trade deals as a single bloc. For Trump to impose a complete embargo on Spain, he would effectively have to impose it on the entire European Union. This would trigger immediate retaliatory tariffs from Brussels, potentially sparking a full-blown transatlantic trade war that would devastate both economies. International law and bilateral treaties further protect this unified front. Even if the threat is unfeasible, the rhetoric has severe consequences. It erodes trust with European partners, forcing them to look for alternative economic and security alliances, potentially strengthening ties with China or other rivals. For American businesses, it creates profound uncertainty, threatening billions in annual exports and investments. Spain is a major global exporter of cars, olive oil, and pharmaceuticals. A disrupted supply chain would cause pain from Wall Street to Madrid. More broadly, it signals a return to a purely transactional, America-first foreign policy, where historic alliances are subordinate to immediate demands. Ultimately, Trump's threat to isolate Spain is likely a pressure tactic, a high-stakes bid to force concessions on NATO spending and geopolitical alignment. However, by weaponizing total trade, he risks a much larger counterproductive conflict with the world's largest economic bloc. The world is watching to see if this is a bluff or a breaking point.